In the latest chapter of Tower of God, we finally learned the name of the Lopobia family head. Guys, if you don't know how big of a deal this is, we didn't know his name ever. We know the name of every other family. Ha Urin, Tuperi, Hendolak Blood Matter, Kun Edwan, everyone's names have been public and official since years ago when SIU would write his blog posts and all these other things that SIU would release. But he never released the Lopobia family name. And you could argue maybe he just wanted to keep it mysterious, and maybe he just didn't want to share it, or maybe he didn't even know. But to me, it's stranger than that. Why would SIU keep this name a secret? And so a lot of you told me what Traumerei means, or should I say, Traumerei. Lopobia Traumerei. It's German for French, according to Google Translate and according to all of you. And it's more than that, though. It's not just like a word. It's not really like, oh, this is just like the literal translation and that's it. It's a very famous song by a very famous composer. It's a piano piece by Robert Schumann, who is like a legendary musician and composer and pianist, and it's his most famous piece. Like, this is what he is known for, and he was pretty famous, you know? And actually, you can hear it right now. This is the song. Pretty darn peaceful. It was during the peak of Romanticism in Germany with like music and everything, and it was very famous, you know? It was used in the movie Song of Love, the 1947 film about songs and love. I promise I'm getting somewhere with this. This is just a quick video with a theory of mine, okay? So, here's what I want to figure out. Why is this name relevant? And I think this goes back to something I've always talked about, and that's Yama's father and Yama's mother. Why in the world did Traumerei want to do this? Why was Traumerei so focused on creating a canine army? Now, that could have been his focus, just creating a canine army, and that's about it, because that is assumedly the reason why both Yasracha and Yama's father were possibly created by the workshop. But I think it could be more than this. Why her in particular, right? He wanted, okay, Yama's father was a canine, and for some reason he wanted him to breed with a non-canine. But why? We even know in the comic it's even stated that Yama's mother was unique. She was special, right? And that's probably the reason why Traumerei wanted Yama's father to be with her and have a child, right? He's a canine and she's not. He wanted to create something different. And this is most likely why Yama is so powerful and so unique, and why he inherited one of the fangs from his father, right? Unlike Doom, who is a full-blooded canine, Yama's half canine. It's like, okay, what was his plan, right? And I've seen a couple theories floating around, some people in the comments. One thought is that perhaps she was the daughter of the Lopobia family head, and this would explain why he didn't want her to stay with him, because the moment Yama's mother fell in love with Yama's father, the Lopobia family head, oh my gosh, his name was Traumerei, bro, I gotta say that. Traumerei, the moment Traumerei saw this, he was like, nope, you gotta die. And it's like, why? Why would you care? This is what you wanted. You wanted them to mate, you wanted them to have kids, so when they fall in love, suddenly you're not okay with it? Like, something more is going on. Perhaps Traumerei was in love with this woman, and it's creepy how he would use her in that way, but maybe he got jealous when he found out that she actually fell in love with the person he set her up with. Maybe he's not even in love with her, maybe he just doesn't like love, because it's the tower, and, I would believe that as well, because it's the freaking tower, and whatever. I would love it if perhaps Yama's mother, the special thing about her is that she's a red witch. This doesn't really make sense, but Yama's got red hair, unlike his brothers, and also special power. I mean, red hair, special power, which he got from his mother. I mean, I'm just saying. He doesn't have any, guide powers or anything, but first of all, he's not a red witch. It's not me saying he's a red witch, but just that red witches are special, and perhaps Yama was able to inherit some of that, special power. But one way or another, Traumerei is going about this. He is doing this plan, he has this whole scheme, and my question is why? What is his goal? Now, his name means dream or dreaming, right? So that got me thinking, okay, what is his dream? What is he dreaming of? Is it power, Probably not, right? Because he is one of the most loyal, and actually the most loyal to Jihad. At least his family is, right? They're always at his beck and call. Many of them go to work in his army, like Ren, you know? And there's 2 princesses of Jihad from the Lopobia family. Like, the Lopobia family is very pro-Jihad, and therefore, I don't see them wanting power unless it's like power that they're still below Jihad, right? As long as they're still below the king. Could explain why they have the canine army, but I feel like the dream is more than that. And I think the dream could relate to the power that Yesracha has. Yesracha has the power of mind control. It's called Daze, I believe, and he can control the canine people, right? This is one of the also like the main fundamental things that Yesracha can do. He can control the canine people, right? Now, a lot of people seem to think he can only control the canines. This isn't true. We also saw him controlling 2 Ra, who is a goat man, right? So he can control goat people as well. This makes me believe he can control basically all the animalistic people in the tower, but maybe more than that. I don't know, maybe there's still a difference between the canines and the goat man, like 2 Ra, but he was straight up controlling him, right? And if you don't know, Traumerei also has the ability to mind control, and he can mind control anyone. He can mind control animals, he can use them as he's the master anima, but he can also mind control humans, treating them as if they were anima species, right? He is the master anima, and he's using humans as if they were his Shinwei. That's terrifying, right? But it's a very similar power. Yes, Racha can do it, Traumerei can do it, like, there seems to be a connection there, and to me, Daze, which is the word used to describe this like mind control, seems almost like dream to me, right? Like when you're being mind controlled, what are you? You're in a comatose state, like you're unconscious, right? I don't know, like there seems to be like maybe a connection there, especially since that is what Traumerei is known for, being a master anima who can control people. So maybe it's just a reference to that, but what if it goes a little bit deeper, right? And I haven't thought too much about this, I'm really just bringing this up so you all can let me know what you think and if you have thoughts on this, but what is Yesracha's dream, right? What is Traumerei's dream? It seems to be following Jihad, that seems to be the goal of the family in general, so perhaps their dream is to achieve the utopia that Calivan wanted, perhaps it's just for Jihad to rule. I think it could be different though. Instead of control over the entire tower, which would make sense because they're all about mind control, maybe they want to control everything, what if instead Traumerei isn't even human? And he might have a human form, but maybe he's a shapeshifter. What if he's someone who came into the tower and he was almost like an animal himself? He's not even fully human himself. And this is actually the only explanation that could even make sense, because otherwise, where did all of these animalistic people come from? The monkey people, the spider people, the rabbit people, and lizard people like Shia and Nock. Now, the felines and canines probably came from the workshop, so whatever, you know. But the wolf branch, like Elaine, like some of these people have this deep connection and are even like literal spiders. Like, where did these people come from, right? They had to all have come from Lopobia, right? Maybe not a Nock and Shia, that's my own personal theory. But, you know, it's like they have to have an ancestor, and they're from the Lopobia family. So unless they're also experimentations, or there was some kind of disgusting crossbreeding going on, then like something's there. Something's there with Traumerei, right? Maybe he himself can shapeshift and he was able to turn into these different species or human versions of these species. What if his dream is to become like the ultimate human? Because that's something he doesn't have. I don't know, but I feel like Dream and Lopobia family head, there's gotta be something there. Could just relate to his mind control. I also think that's just really cool. But what do you all think? What do you think? Do you think this refers to a potential goal of Traumerei? Like, why is he so loyal to Jihad? I feel like he can't just be, I am family head who's loyal to Jihad. Like, what is his goal? What is the purpose of his existence? That's what I want to find out and what I want to know from you guys. What do you think of the word connections and everything? Just a random thought I had. Let me know in the comments down below. Appreciate you watching the video. Give it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Tower of God content. Sometimes simple like this, other times like deep lore videos. We also have a series called Towers and Gods, which is a prequel story. A lot of content here, so subscribe if you want to see more. And with that being said, I will see you in the next Tower of God video. Take care.